News 5, the Gulf Coast news leader in high definition. The news starts now.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for watching. I'm Roseanne Haven.
And I'm Mel Showers. First on 5, a developing story that could affect thousands of our military heroes. 17 VA offices are closing in Alabama, including 2 in our area, Chatham and Bay Minette. News 5's Pat Peterson looked into why the offices are closing and how much farther veterans will have to travel when they need help.
For Bay Minette veteran Johnny Boyington,
definitely locked.
Getting local VA assistance will soon be a little more challenging.
I hated that the veterans has to go that far to get a little bit of help.
On Friday, the Alabama Department of Veterans Affairs will close 17 Veterans Assistance offices across the state, including the Bay Minette facility.
What are the veterans going to do now? Because they don't have the people trained to actually help the veterans out to do their claims.
Veterans in North Baldwin County will have to drive 35 miles to Foley to get help. The news isn't sitting well with local veterans.
A lot of these guys are living on fixed income anyway. And with the price of gas right now, it's hard for them to travel that far to do anything.
The Chatham office is also closing Friday. Veterans in Washington County will have to drive to Grove Hill for assistance.
The veterans of this country have been treated like trash for a long time.
State VA officials say they were forced to close the offices, which provide counseling, claims, and other assistance to veterans, because their budget was cut 15%.
The decision to close our county veteran service offices was not an easy decision to make. However, because of the reduction in our general fund appropriations, we had to make that decision.
People in Washington and Montgomery need to get off their cans and start trying to help us more. We're not asking for the world. We're just asking what they promised us when we took that oath to go in.
I just plead to the state of Alabama, please try to help the officers and try to help our veterans in the state of Alabama.
And there could be more bad news for veterans. The State Veterans Affairs Office says their 2013 budget could be cut by as much as 35%, which could affect service. But to help soften the blow, however, local VFWs and American Legions are offering claims and counseling assistance at their posts to veterans who can't make it to the state offices. Live on the Baldwin County beat, Pat Peterson, News 5.
And thank you, Pat. Well, many of you aren't happy about this and are letting us know on Facebook. Amy commented on this story saying, "What a way to treat those who give everything to protect this country." Jennifer says, "That's a shame. Someone that has served our country are not taken care of. There's a problem and we need to fix it." Tim says, "Typical treatment of most vets. If we hadn't been in 2 useless wars, there wouldn't be a shortfall for anything." Post your comments on our Facebook fan page.
But we have some bad storms moving through the News 5 area. Check this out. Here's some video given to us by Chris Cooper out in Tillman's Corner. Dime-sized hail could be seen falling from the sky out there. Some of our viewers are under a severe thunderstorm warning right now. For more on your forecast, here's Chief Meteorologist Alan Seals.
We actually have 3 severe thunderstorm warnings. Now notice the active weather was near the coast. Now it's inland. If you're in southern Monroe County, northern Clark County, or southwestern Greene County, Mississippi, those are the 3 locations where we're looking at severe thunderstorms. Notice also that they're not very widespread. They're basically small systems, but they're still very powerful. So McGargle, Frisco City, you've been looking at that thunder for the last hour or so. Most of it is now between McGargle and then south or north rather of Jetto, not moving very much. Lightning, small hail will be found there. In northern Clark County, mainly to the west of Thomasville, centered over Glover, southward toward Tallahassee Springs, a lot of lightning and hail there. In southwestern Greene County, Mississippi, mainly to the east of McLean and also over Leakesville, a very healthy downpour there. Healthy as in probably hail, which is what we've seen throughout the area, from small hail to medium hail. And we've also seen a pyrocumulus cloud. I'll talk about that coming up in the forecast in a few minutes.
We could learn more tomorrow about a major expansion that could potentially benefit Mobile. A European aerospace company familiar to many on the Gulf Coast will hold its annual shareholders meeting Thursday morning. In that meeting, we expect to hear about the company's future, which could include production in the port city. News 5's Jessica Taloni joins us live in the newsroom with the latest. Roseanne, certainly that meeting is of interest to us here in Mobile. State and local officials have built a strong relationship with Airbus, and the hope is that the aerospace company will make Mobile's Brookley Field the site of their first North American production facility. And we do not expect to hear Mobile or Alabama mentioned by name in tomorrow's shareholder meeting in Amsterdam, but the company's new CEO will likely address their expansion plans, which industry insiders believe could include Mobile.
There was an offer, a revised offer from the state of Alabama that was under examination by ADS Airbus. So the good thing is that they're talking. They're talking and they're negotiating and they're trying to make this as strong as a business case as possible for Airbus.
Now, the shareholders meeting in Amsterdam is tomorrow morning at 5:30 our time. Again, we're not expecting to hear anything specifically about Mobile, but perhaps we will learn more about the company's plan to expand into the U.S. Reporting live in the newsroom, Jessica Toloni, News 5.
Thank you very much, Jessica. You may have noticed that police have been very busy running traffic checkpoints. This weekend alone, they cited more than 1,000 drivers. We wanted to know just how much money that brings in for the city. But as News 5's Alan Carter tells us, city officials are being tight with the numbers.
It's late at night, you're trying to get home, and it's a sight you probably don't enjoy pulling up to, a police checkpoint. It's even less enjoyable if you leave with a ticket.
Realistically, if you have your driver's license, proof of insurance, vehicle registration, it doesn't take but just a second of your time to go through there. However, if it does prevent people from drinking and driving and or breaking other laws, then, I think it's a very positive thing.
Just this weekend, police wrote more than 1,300 tickets to drivers at checkpoints. Those tickets add up quickly, but exactly how much money they generate is tough to tell. We tried talking to city officials, but no one, not the police, not the courts, could give us a figure, saying it would be too difficult to calculate. So we crunched some numbers using fine amounts listed on the city's website and determined police wrote at least $108,000 worth of tickets. However, many ticket costs, like fines for no insurance or expired license, are not listed, making it difficult to get an accurate number.
We don't collect the money. That's an issue for the courts. The judges set the fines, and they collect that money.
We also know, based on the city's past amnesty programs, much of those fines will never make it to the city's coffers because many people just won't pay them. But despite perception, police say boosting city revenues isn't their goal.
It's a safety issue. We want to make sure that people are operating safely on the roadways, making sure that people are wearing their seatbelts, that they have proper insurance, driver's license, the things that are prescribed by law.
And ticket revenue also goes a lot of different places. Some of it goes to the state. A nice chunk of it goes right here to the city's general fund. Now, police do say that setting up police checkpoints costs them a good amount of money to pull off. So they say whatever revenue that's generated, it isn't much. Reporting live in the studio, Alan Carter, News 5.
Steve Nodine's attorney wants Alabama Attorney General Luther Strange to throw out the murder charge against the former Mobile County Commissioner. Nodine's attorney, John Beck, wrote a letter to Strange about what he calls grave concerns about how this case has been handled by the prosecution. That letter, written just days before the prosecutorial misconduct hearing in the case. Beck attached polygraph results where Nodine was asked if he shot Angel Downs. Nodine answered no and passed. The former Mobile County Commissioner's murder trial could start in August, though no date has been set.
Well, some of this afternoon's rainfall would be welcome relief for firefighters battling a 400-acre wildfire in Orange Beach. When you take a look at the fire off Russian Road near the Foley Beach Express from the air, you get a good idea of how tough the task really is. Ken Cooper with the Orange Beach Community website sent us the photos. While firefighters need the rain, they don't need the lightning. News 5's Debbie Williams has the story on the Baldwin County beach.
Flames eat through trees and brittle underbrush.
A decent rain would be a godsend right now, minus the lightning.
A lightning strike late Tuesday afternoon started the fire off Russian Road. Fire crews thought they had it contained. That was until the winds kicked up around noon and rekindled the blaze.
It was so dense back there and such thick brush. When forestry cut their lines with the way the weather is right now, we're not surprised at all it jumped the lines.
The lightning strike that started this fire was like putting a match to gasoline. This area is so terribly dry. As one firefighter told me, the only thing that's going to put this fire out is a good rain.
And it was a matter of minutes. It was already 3 to 4 acres by the time we got there.
Getting to the fire is a challenge in itself.
Part of it's wet. It's going to be hard to get to it. And, well, I don't know about now. It used to be wet. And it's pretty thick.
William Nelson's home is just north of the flames. So far, the wind is working in his favor, but he's still on edge.
Right now, it's blowing out of the west, but it could change around any time.
Crews are cutting more fire breaks, hoping to contain a fire that could burn all the way to Wolf Bay. On the Baldwin County beat in Orange Beach, Debbie Williams, News 5.
Next on the Gulf Coast News Leader, a woman looking to celebrate war heroes at Battleship Park was turned away because of her outfit. More on that coming up.
We're still looking at severe thunderstorm warnings in green